welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, I've just done a short interview with the question, ¿Qué te preocupa sobre el futuro? So go and watch that and then come back and pick up some new vocab which might have come out or that are necessary to answer this question. Okay, remember you have to have a look at the future simple and also at verb structure. Okay, I'm going to plus the verb. Okay, that being said, we're going to look at some of the vocabulary that came up during the class conversation about things that worry us about the future. Las cosas que nos preocupan del futuro. Okay, so we're going to have a quick little look at that. The words that came up, the words that will come up in the listening, and things that you ought to be thinking about, or maybe that you are thinking about but you don't quite know how to express. Right, I have a whole bunch of verbs and I don't have the section for adjectives because I think you're good on that for today. Just because the adjectives are pretty much the same as in other lessons. So we're going to start looking at some of the things that came up quite a lot. The first one is this expression, no poder permitirse. So this one, we would say not being able to afford. So you might not be able to afford to go out with your friends, salir con los amigos. No poder permitirme ir de vacaciones, to go on holiday. I might not be able to afford that. So this is a fantastic structure for you. No poder permitirse, not being able to afford something. So you might not be able to do some of the things you would really like to do. Okay? Just because the funds are not there. Right, next one which I thought was quite funny, ser adulto. That's a nice easy one, okay? To be a grown-up. Some of us are worried about growing up because there's a lot of pressure that comes with being grown up. To be a grown-up. It's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. I think someone's trying to come in. Tener que pagar todas las facturas. Love this. To have to pay all the bills. Tener que pagar. Remember this? Tener que. To have to. Pagar. To pay. Todas las facturas. All the bills. I still worry about that, guys. I still worry about that. It's not just a young thing. To be able to pay all the bills. Okay? That's a big worry, it seems, for many. And I've stuck a few verbs down the side and then I've put them in the first person. So I, since the question is asking you, what do you worry about the future? Irse, to go. So I say, me iré, I will go. All you're doing is changing the se to e. Okay? Iré, me iré, I will go. Hacer, which is to make, haré. I will make or I will do, haré. Vivir, which is a very easy one for us to live, viviré. Okay, viviré. I will live, maybe you will live in the capital. Viviré en Londres. I will live in London. Viviré en el extranjero. I will live abroad. Next, trabajar, which is, that's right, to work. Trabajaré. Trabajaré en una compañía importante. Okay? I will work in an important company. Okay? Trabajaré. Dejar de. I will stop doing something. Stop. Dejar de is to stop doing something or to give up. Maybe it's you smoke. Maybe you smoke and you want to dejar de fumar. Maybe you want to dejar de comer azúcar. You want to stop eating sugar. Dejar de. So, first person you will say, dejaré de. I will stop binge watching Friends on TV. No. What would you leave behind? dejaré de salir todas las noches. Okay, I will stop going out every night. No, not me, you. Right, next one. Poder, which is one of our key verbs, to be able to. Poder, podré. I will be able to. So maybe, comprar una casa, I will be able to buy a house. Yeah, podré comprar una casa. Or maybe a negative, all you have to do with negative is put a no in front of it. No podré comprar una casa. I won't be able to buy a house, which is a worry that a lot of us have. No poder encontrar trabajo, another worry. Not being able to find a job. No poder, not being able, encontrar, to find, and then you put the noun, a job. Un trabajo, or trabajo. Okay? Right. That being said, we're going to look at some of the actual nouns that we worry about. First one we have is this one. El coste de vida. Just looking at that, you know what it means, right? El coste de vida. Cost of living. Okay? People worry about the cost of living. Okay, it's got extremely expensive, isn't it? Hasn't it? El cambio climático. Again, a nice easy one, but it worries us. Climate change. Okay? I feel as though I'm blocking you. Climate change. What worries you about climate change? What worries you personally about climate change? Think about it. Next, la gestión de tiempo. If you're anything like me, time management is on the top of your list. Maybe you leave everything to the last minute and then you cram everything in the last second. That's not good. So time management. La gestión de tiempo. Time management. Okay. Did you know that one? Gestión del tiempo? If you didn't, jot it down. Right. A lot of us did mention in class la salud mental. Okay? How is that important? La salud mental. Let me know down below. How is la salud mental important? So mental health. Something we've ignored in the past quite a lot. Salud mental health. Okay? Mental health is a thing. Right? El alquiler. What's el alquiler? Okay? The rent. Okay? Renting property. It's got very expensive depending where you live. But I think everywhere in the world, rent is really high at the moment. El alquiler. El alquiler. Rent. Okay? Right. La inflación. Inflation. So inflation for the younger kids is the rising of prices. Okay, so things are getting more and more expensive every day. This is inflation. Okay? La subida de los precios. Rising prices. Okay, la subida. Okay? Una guerra. This was actually quite surprising, but if you think about it, it's logical. Okay? War. Una guerra, a war. A war breaking out. Okay? There's been a lot of talk about wars lately and the possibility of there being a war, which might very likely include us. Okay? Una guerra. Eso nos preocupa mucho. ¿Por qué a ti te preocupa una guerra? Write your reasons down below. Or maybe you don't worry about it. Why not? ¿Por qué no? Okay. Razones por las cuales te preocupa, razones por las cuales no. Okay. Okay, next, la preocupación de haber tomado la decisión equivocada en cuanto a los estudios. This is quite an interesting one. Okay, so it says the worry, la preocupación de haber tomado, tomar, to take. La decisión equivocada, the wrong decision, la decisión, with Spanish accent, decisión, equivocada en cuanto a los estudios. So this refers to worrying about making the wrong decisions in terms of your studies. So maybe you've chosen the wrong course and you worry about it being the wrong course for you in the future. Okay, so not making the right choice in terms of your studies. So making the wrong choice in regards to your course. So you might have chosen a course and then find out later that's not the course for you. So that's what this worries about. Okay? Let me know, is this something that worries you about the future? I don't know. Now, a student used this and I absolutely loved it and I thought I had to stick it on. When I said, what worries you about the future? She said, que me coja el toro. Do you know that expression? Que me coja el toro. I love this because it's in the subjunctive term, que me coja. From the verb coger, there with the G-E-C-O-G-E-R, coger, which is to catch. Quite literally is that the ball catches me. And it refers to your time management, really. So it's not having enough time to do everything. So you find in a situation where you just don't have enough time to fit everything in. Que me coja el toro. Okay? That I don't have enough time. Maybe you don't have enough time to finish an assignment, or you don't have enough time to do something that you really wanted to do. And there, time management comes in quite handy. You need to think about time management, and perhaps it will cancel this out, okay? Que me coja el toro. Love that. Okay, and this one came up a lot. El desempleo was mentioned quite a lot in one way or another. And so I think it's important that you consider this, el desempleo, which is unemployment, okay, unemployment. Many people seem to be quite worried about unemployment, so I wanted to stick that on the board also. Right, I must stress that there is no point worrying about the future, okay, just live today the best way you can and plan for the future. That's always good. Think about how you can manage your time better, what you're doing now, because if you're doing things right now, you'll be okay in the future. And so with that, I'm going to say, don't stress about the future. This is just vocabulary to help you speak if this question comes up. And so with that, I'm going to say adios until the next time. Bye guys.